This week I watched Who is Killing the Great Chefs of Europe, a 1978 comedy thriller directed by Ted Kotcheff, better known for his films such as Wake in Fright, First Blood, or Weekend at Bernie's, and starring Jacqueline Bisset and George Segal. It's the story of a hugely regarded pastry chef and her ex-husband who runs a series of fast food-based businesses and is trying to drive interest in a new omelette-based service. We get involved in a mystery when someone starts to kill off the great chefs of Europe. They're assisted by Robert Morley, playing an Epicurean luxuriator in food, editor of a long-running food magazine, who's been told he has 6 months to live if he doesn't change his eating habits. Refuses to do so on the grounds that he considers himself a masterpiece sculpted by the greatest minds that the culinary world has to offer, and that he simply cannot change the way he is without compromising his own ethics. So there is a cross-continental mystery, travelling from London to Venice to Paris, with various chefs dying in ways signified by their most famous dishes. Someone is baked in an oven, corresponding to their pigeon pie, or drowned in a lobster tank. And Bisset's character, being the fourth on the list of the great chefs of Europe, expects to be the final course, with her dessert bomb set up as being a major element of the story. The problem with this is that it's a comedy that's not funny, and it handles the suspense so badly that it's very obvious that the people involved didn't really know what they were doing. The script features attempts at humour that's sexist, homophobic, racist. It's dated incredibly badly. The luxuriating in food is almost nauseating. I've never seen so much food that looks so unappetizing. It's the gluttony, the greed of it is really unpleasant, and it's on the verge of making you feel unwell. The suspense part doesn't really work because for about the first 2/3 of the film at least, one particular character is being set up as being very obviously the killer. And the twist is then that they have been targeted by the killer. Oh no, but then they set themselves up. Oh, but then it turns out that it was someone else. Oh no, actually, it turns out in the very last scene that it was someone else. So there is twist on top of twist on top of twist, which isn't properly set up. It's not properly laid out. It's a very poorly constructed story. There is some satire on the world of haute cuisine in terms of the contrast between Morley's devotion to the finest food the world has to offer, and Segal planning to open a worldwide chain of omelette outlets fed by battery hens, and just awful. But the film really has nothing to say. That's okay if it's funny, but it's not funny, which would be okay if it was suspenseful, but it's not suspenseful either. And the result is a film that pretty much fails at everything. Bisset and Segal don't really have any chemistry at all, and Segal is actually quite dislikable throughout the movie and doesn't really evolve as a character at all. Morley is amusing, as he usually is, just in terms of his personality and facial expressions and performance. But with so many of the other actors not speaking English as a first language, they're clearly dubbed, and that doesn't work well because it doesn't mesh with their performance. The location filming looks drab. Venice is clearly filmed in the winter, which can work if that's what you're going for, if it's something like Don't Look Now. But here it's supposed to be a light, fun adventure comedy, so it looks like they just filmed on a rainy Wednesday. The result is something that doesn't really work in any real department at all, and demonstrates once again that Ted Kotcheff can turn his head to anything as a director. Like I said, the director of Wake in Fright, the quintessential film about the horror of the Australian outback. First Blood, the first Rambo film, which is an excellent and very thoughtful thriller. And Weekend at Bernie's, a brilliantly funny, bad taste satire. He can turn his hand to anything. He doesn't always succeed, however.